Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another video series of the Let's Talk Habs with the hockey coach guru, coach and chief for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Today, I'm going to talk about my plan for the Montreal Canadiens. We did a live stream a couple of days ago. It was really over 2 hours. I'm going to give you a short video about my plan if I was the GM of the Montreal Canadiens. So don't go nowhere. I'm going to get back with you very shortly. But before we start, you know the drill. You know because you've been here before. Of course, you have to click on the likes and subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. And definitely, you have to tell me what do you think about my plan for the Montreal Canadiens if I was the GM for the Montreal Canadiens. So let's dive in right away and talking about my plan for the Montreal Canadiens. The first thing I'm going to mention to you is this part is my plan is for an average of 3 to 5 years. And the key words for you is to be patient. It's something I'm going to carry on this for everywhere inside the organization, from the top to the bottom. We need to be patient. The fans, the players, the reporter, the social media people, and of course, the management of the hockey we have. We have to be sure we have to be patient because this is about going to be between 3 to 5 years. If I'm coming back at the off season, and I will start again with my same goaltender. I'm talking about Carey Price and Jake Allen. I'm going to have as a backup Montembeault and Caden PRIMEAU. Both of them can be at Laval with the Rocket for the upcoming season. So no chin between the pipes for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, my plan for the Montreal Canadiens as a defenseman this season, we have Petrie, Savard, Whiteman, Chariot, Emerson, Romanov, Kulak, and Glag. We know Nico is back in NHL, EHL. We know Norlinder is returning in Sweden. For the upcoming season, I will going to go back with Savard, Chariot, Emerson, Romanov, and Glag. Savard and Glag, I will put an asterisk beside their name. If I can trade them, that will be possible. Otherwise, they have to be with the Montreal Canadiens. If Glag can make the team, of course. The situation with this defense right now, guys, is I have a problem on my right defenseman. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with that part over there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to trade Jeff Petrie, Whiteman, and Kulak. The situation with Whiteman, Kulak, guy, if I'm going to make a trade at the end of the trade deadline, is going to be minimum. So we talk about maybe a 4, 5, 6, 7 round pick and return. I don't expect too much about that one over there. The key on that is Jeff Petrie. We expect what we heard is the Montreal's looking for a first-round pick and possibly a late prospect or a really good prospect with a second-round pick. That's the demanding on the Montreal Canadiens. And again, I said patient and keep patient with him. We don't have to trade him right now. We can maybe trade him during the offseason and see. But at that moment for me, if I want to start my season next year, I cannot keep Jeff Petrie an unhappy man, unhappy players want to get out of Montreal Canadiens. It's not what I'm looking for inside my locker room. The key about that one also, I mentioned, why you keep Chariot? I believe Chariot bring more what we expect. If we put him on the right chair, Chariot is a great player, work a lot. His work ethic is great. You have a lot of leader now inside him. He's turned 32 years old. If we can sign him an average about 4.5 for a minimum about 4 years old, 4 years, I think that'd be great. If you add 5 years or $5 million, it depends. If you add more money, you drop the years. If you drop the money, you add a year for him. Would be if he wants to stay around the Montreal Canadiens. But me, I will try to keep him with the Montreal Canadiens. That's give me at least a problem with Montreal. We know if we keep Savard, we need the right defenseman. We don't have right defenseman if we trade Petrie and Whiteman. We know in the rookie side or prospect, I could add that change. We have Norlinder, Cooley, FAIRBROTHER, Harris, Brooks. They are really the one we're looking for as the defenseman. Most of them are left defensemen, and only problem that Brooks is a right defenseman. Back from an injury with his knee, missed most of the season. We'll see how he's going to be ready or not for the Montreal Canadiens. He's already 22 years old, so it's going to be interesting what he have to offer for the Habs next season. The one I'm really looking for next season to be a part of Montreal is GOALIE. A little bit long shot, Norlinder. We'll see where FAIRBROTHER is at that moment. We don't talk about also Ed Jack play right now in OHL. I don't see him. It would be more fit for him to play 1 year in American Hockey League. So we need to looking for 2 right defensemen inside of my plan. The next one I want to talk about is my forwards. I'm coming back in the next couple of minutes about to add a right defenseman, by the way. The forward we have, what we have inside the team right now at that moment, I'm going to keep differently for next season. Suzuki, Toffoli, Anderson, Caulfield, Evans, Lehkonen. Yes, I'm not going to trade Lehkonen. At least I'm getting something solid in return. If not, Lehkonen is part of my deal, on my team. Now, we have a coach. What happened with Dvorak, Drouin, Gallagher, and Pitlick, and Armia, and Biron, Perrault, Paquette. I maybe missed one right now. But Hoffman. When I'm looking with them, if I have a good trade for them, I'm trading them. No safety with them. And I'm explaining to them what I'm looking for. I would not like to trade Pitlick and everything. We forgot Poland inside of that one over there, and Dauphin. I would love to keep Poland at the bottom. He's a young man. I would not trade him. Well, the reason he's not keep there is because I don't know have a spot for him or return Laval. That's my only thing about Poland. But what I need for next season is to add a center, a number 1 or a number 2. I need maybe a winger. I add 2 winger, but it depends what I'm trading or not. But I would like to get at least 1. 4 more forward. What are you talking about? But when I say 4 more forward, guys, it could be including what we have inside. What I'm going to try to leave out of this lineup is Paquette, Perrault. First of all, they are UFA. They are gone. And then after that, Armia, Hoffman, 2 of them. I think Gallagher, Drouin have a good market of value to trade at some point. Dvorak, I'm still not sure about him yet, and I would be bubble about him. Otherwise, Biron have maybe to go at some point. We need to drop a salary cap. So that would be my projection of what I'm looking for next year with the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on to the next graphic about that. How I get my players and how I do that plan. It cannot be focusing only on prospect. We need to focusing on 3 areas: the trade, the UFA, and the draft. The trade, we have a trade deadlines coming. We have a few players in demand right now for other team. The problem is they have a lot of seller, a few buyer, and the market for the seller is big. Talk about Giroux example, and I can go all the way like other team. And the Montreal could have a fun problem to make a lot of big trade at the trade deadline. I don't see too much who can get out, Kulak or Petrie or Chariot. Can Gallagher and Lehkonen can be trade? I'm not sure about that. We're going to be interesting. But everything I'm talking about also can be great at the off season. It could be a great, better, maybe I wait until then. Remember, patient, UFA. Now, you're going to have a good market of UFA next season on the right defenseman, on the defenseman, and also on the forward, and also on center. So for me, I was targeting center and right defenseman. That's really what I want to put my money on. And I understand you talk about Malkin, Erdl, Giroux, and Letang, and Langholm, and Mason. I don't want to mention who they should target. It's too early. Yeah, too many things could happen. But I think a UFA is something you have to do. Remember, it's not easy, people. Many players in NHL does not want to play in Canada anymore. The draft. Montreal is going to have at least a top 5 draft. This is the worst. Could be better like 3, 2, and 1. Shane Wright. I don't want to talk about what they should, who they should draft, because I'm coming to you guys with another video about who they should draft next season. If they draft 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. So that will be, this player can make the team. Other than the fact it's Shane Wright, I'm not sure about other players. But it'll be interesting what could happen. Next, my next graphic, guys. What kind of team I'm looking for? But I want to be sure that team is go with speed. The kind of character I'm looking for inside my team. A neat state on my team is about speed. I want to be sure we have a speed. Then the forechecker and the backchecker. With speed, with a bit more bigger, I think that's what I'm looking for. Not this all the same way, but a mix of 3 things I've just mentioned to you, that'd be great. And then Montreal don't have that kind of defenseman. And I don't know how they can get it. I don't know. But yeah, I know. A trade or a UFA. But we need to have a D, can carry on the puck, is good on offensive, is a quarterback on power play, and also join the rush and make a transition better to have that team to make that kind of transition and between the neutral zone and the offensive side. That's what would be my kind of team I'm looking for. And I want to be sure we play as a unit, as a team. And how you build this is all people inside right now wear this logo, Montreal Canadiens, and they are all in. They all buy in, and they trust each other. And sometimes it starts behind the bench, by the way, this kind of players, that kind of team. So I need a team with leadership. And for do that, you need a mix of veterans and young players all together. We miss Dano, Price, Weber, Perry, Stahl. We don't miss only their play, but we miss their leadership inside the locker room. How they come down, how you talk each other. And right now, the negativity of Jeff Petrie hurt the Montreal Canadiens most of the time. I think the team needs to develop better players on Laval, Prospect, and in Montreal. We need to be smarter of what we do, how we develop them. We need to develop until we can develop them. And after we give everything, every tool, we show them, we teach them, we bring them at the level we want them to be, and also the way the Montreal are, and they cannot reach those kind of the level, then you can trade. But at least when you trade a player, you say, you know what, I give everything to the players. I do everything for him to become a player in NHL, but it does not work. Then you can step up the next day. So you know what? We did the best we can. Montreal cannot do that at that moment. The TOI from DUCHARME for a young player is not there. The development with the player we have, the coach we have, they are not there. And it can go from everywhere because we don't have a great staff, enough staff to teaching them. We don't focus enough on developing. This is for many years. Start with Marc Bergevin and the rest he built around that part. That's something we need to change. Create better analytics inside this organization, not to 6 to 8. Hockey is developing with the analytics. We have a chip inside the puck. We have a chip inside the pants of the players. We have every data now. I don't say you focus only on that. It's a great tools come with the time we talk about evaluate players for trade, UFA, and prospect. And it also comes with better scouting, increasing the number of scouts. We have a lot of people can watching those players anymore. And we have to get the best scout department to be sure we going to recruit the right one or make a trade with the right people, for the right players. Relationship in the team. I think right now this one, they have no chemistry inside that team. That team is completely dysfunctional between players, the staff, and the management. They have to get that kind of relationship. And this stuff from the top of the top to the end. It's all in. And also, we need to have a captain. We need now Weber to know what Weber wants. And then from that part, he does not return, but he does not retire. It's time to have a new captain. I'm not going to tell you who will be the captain, but we need a captain at least for the upcoming season. And finally, guys, unfortunately, DUCHARME. For me, I thought I will fire him during the All-Star game right now. If it's not, they're going to do. I understand they said they want to keep him until the end of the year. But if Petrie stay, if DUCHARME stay, and the team do really deeper and far more what they are already. Consider what they did the last 2-3 weeks with 6 goals, 7 goals, 8 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. Remove the goaltender back and forth all the time. Chum have to go before the end of the February. You cannot see it like this. And when you make the change, I will put Luke Richardson inside of the head coach interim just to finish the year. And then let it go Letoski, let it go Burrows, change this, and then create new players coming, new coach coming next season. Who's going to be coach? I'm going to give you 3 names. Guy Boucher, Pascal Vincent, Benoit Gros. I'm not going to tell you who they should get. Just give you a couple of names. They should looking around about that one over there. This is my plan for Jack Hughes if I was the Montreal Canadiens as a GM right now. Right or wrong, I don't know. But one thing I want to know is you tell me what you think about my plan. And I couldn't go deeper. I can talk, but I don't want to get that video to pass over like 25 minutes, 20 minutes more. But I want to mention to you what it would be my plan sharing with you. Again, this is a short video of what we produced a couple of days ago. I want to give you another possibility to watching this with a short plan, and I add and I modify a couple of information about that one. I'm coming again with other video. The prospect on the Montreal Canadiens could be released the next 24, 48 hours. They are all the best 20 prospects inside the Montreal Canadiens. I suggest you to watching this also. And then the upcoming week is coming also for Montreal, the second half or after the All-Star game, what Montreal need to do and what they are, what's coming for them for the next couple of weeks. So, guys, this concludes another video with the series videos called the Let's Talk Habs with the hockey coach, Guru Cold Frenchy for the Hockey National Show. Before we leave, we want to remind you, of course, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the likes and tell me what you think about this video. And finally, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks again to watching another video and look forward to see you the next video next time. Until then, be well, be healthy, and find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate your year. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.